so here's another,
It is
another video.
Your,
With the whiskey bottle can. Yeah, it's me.
yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's me. It is I, your friend, your best friend, your only friend. I know you don't, I know you say it's not true, but it is. So I think I appear to be the only person here who's employing some authentic thinking. You know, I hear a lot of people argue with me. Some people agree. Some people like what I say. But I've sat and had lunch, shoulder to shoulder, eye to eye, with a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, and we sat there in almost absolute silence. You know, I've had invitations from people, but I have yet to really hear somebody go, and, you know, I hear a lot of, you know, buts, but I don't hear any ands. I'm not getting too many ands there, you know? In other words, I'm not getting any collaborative thinking. See, there's this thing that's called molecular self-assembly. And not too many people are aware of molecular self-assembly. Did you know that? Well, this is video self-assembly. So anyway, I've got some more commentary here that I'd like to respond to, if you don't mind. Here's and this is on my responses to perpetual motion video. Here's a response from Atheist Citizen, who 1 hour ago said pathetic drunk. So just 2 words, pathetic drunk, Atheist Citizen. Now, who would he be referring to? I mean, is he announcing himself? Is he saying pathetic drunk, Atheist Citizen? I mean, you see, that's what it is with these guys. They do projections of themselves. You know, atheists are known for being pathetic drunks. They have a higher rate of alcoholism. They have a higher rate of suicide. They have a higher rate of drug abuse. They don't marry as much. They don't have as many kids. They commit more suicide. They commit more suicide. This is from studies done by psychiatric studies published in psychiatric journals. Atheists, you know, they don't live as long. Okay, they're not very happy. They're not happy people. Now, why is that? I mean, you know, I'm not trying to pick on atheists. You know, is everybody? You know, I kind of consider myself an atheist, and I do have some problems, but I have lots of kids. Okay, so don't get any ideas. So anyway, okay, here's some more. Now, this one came in 4 hours ago. You obviously don't know anything about entropy. Start with the spelling, then work your way to the definition. This is from Hendrick again. Well, yeah, I do know what entropy is. Entropy supposedly is the running down of the universe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Entropy is the running down of the universe, is it not? Patrick? Yeah, okay. Well, the universe isn't running down. It's speeding up. So, go figure, you know. Okay, so now here's something from Jack P6. The universe and everything in it is in perpetual motion. Nowhere in the universe is there a complete standstill. So any machine is a perpetual motion machine. Yeah, baby. Good for you. Thank you, Jack. See, anybody with the name Jack usually is pretty good. I wish my name was Jack. In fact, it used to be Jack. When I was on the air, my air name was Jack Hammer. Now, here's another real interesting comment, and this one is from W. Paxton. Maybe I already mentioned this. I think maybe I already mentioned this. Alan Guth Andre Lind and others propose a model for eternal inflation that is compatible with all known current observations about the universe. As the name suggests, inflation in the model does not end, so the universe is indeed in perpetual motion. It stands to be seen if the model is true or not. Well, of course it's true. But nothing we know rules out the possibility. Now, I think I did read this in the previous video, but it was worth reading again, because now here's obviously some original thinkers who are basically in line with reality. Except atheists, you see, this drives atheists nuts. This whole idea of perpetual motion drives people like Atheist Citizen and Hendrik, these guys who pose as skeptics. It drives them nuts. Now, in the last video, I was talking about a little bit about skepticism, right? And the difference between a local skeptic and a global skeptic. Local skeptics think kind of within the box, okay? Global skeptics obviously think beyond the event horizon, right? Beyond what can be seen. All right, so there's that, but there's also another distinction, is that all these skeptics tend to be atheists, okay? I would say 100% of them are atheists. Some of them might lie. They tend to lie a lot too, so they have to lie. Lying is all a part of being a skeptic, of being an atheist. You have to lie, okay, in order to get through the day. So, I could give you some examples. I won't, though. I'll try to refrain from doing that. By examples, I mean some walking, talking examples, some wide walking, tall talking, the talking heads and the walking dead. So every local skeptic is a positive atheist. Every global skeptic is a negative atheist. Now, what's the difference between negative and positive atheism? Well, a positive atheist says there is no God. A negative atheist isn't sure. So, an agnostic would be an example of a negative atheist, right? And I believe that humanity is hardwired for negative atheism. That everybody's born an atheist, essentially, and that we have to learn about the idea of spiritual. It really takes, I think, kind of some advanced thinking in order to stand back from your thinking and think outside your thinking, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, it goes right back to the whole idea of creation. How could consciousness be aware of itself? And yet, that's the only way for the material world to come into being, is for consciousness to be aware of itself first as something else. See, I mean, if everything is made out of the same stuff, same electromagnetic stuff, then it has to loop back and has to see itself as being something else. You follow? So at that point, that's when the Big Bang happened. All right. Here we have some stuff that I already went over. Here, this is an interesting comment from Edward. Thank you, Edward. He says, "I'm extremely upset with these clockmakers. The gall of these people. Something should be done about them." Brilliant. I agree. He's talking about the perpetual motion clock, the Atmos clock. Edward sent me a nice personal note, too. Okay, so now, here's some responses to the event horizon, which I made last night. I really do appreciate these comments. These are great. This is from Hendrik again, my nemesis. This is where he checks out. There's no debate on what perpetual motion is, save whatever goes on in your head. There is the common definition, which, by the way, precludes external power, and your idea that you just bought a device that destroys classical thermodynamics secondhand for $400. It's a nice clock. It just isn't perpetual motion. I think I'll leave you alone for a while. I'm beginning to feel sorry for you. Oh, geez. Don't fret, though. I'll stay subscribed. Oh, thanks. Really good long page on perpetual motion and he gives some little URL there. Well, first of all, buddy, listen. At no point have I tried to destroy classical thermodynamics. Okay, just because I bought it secondhand for $400 doesn't mean anything. And you don't need to feel sorry for me. What do you want?
I want to feel sorry for you.
Oh, well, I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
All right. Don't screw up my video. Anyway, Hendrick is running away. So, yeah, that's right, Hendrick. Run away. Run away. You can't handle it anymore. You can't answer the basic questions. You can't show me any evidence for placebo. You can't rectify the size of the universe with the age of the universe. You've never read Parmenides. Oh, but one no, that's in another comment, so I'll get to that. Run away. This is what they all do. When they can't handle the argument, they run away. This is what Randy did to me 13 years ago, and he's been running from me ever since. When I applied for his little challenge for $1 million, he ran away. He went and got the BBC to run the test for him. Paid them some money. Got Richard Adams to dig in his deep pockets and give him some money. Okay? That's what happens. These guys can't take it. They're cowards. They're intellectual cowards. They're physical cowards. They run away from fights. They got bullied in school. That's what it is. And they won't put their name or their face on anything unless they have a firewall to hide behind. Unless they have a lot of money or something they think will protect them. Okay, so now here's something from Atheist Citizen. Atheist Citizen. Creationists do not argue with ID, intelligent design folk. I used to have a company, called Intelligent Data. Did a number of things with that, and it went by ID. So I guess I'm an ID guy. Argue with ID, intelligent design folk, as they are the same people. Okay, yeah, you're right, and I misspoke. I meant to say, he's referring to the Event Horizon video that I just made. And I was talking about how when creationists start arguing with Big Bang people, I meant to say the Big Bang people, I can't follow it. Because I can't follow. It's like they're talking about the same thing. Neither of them really know. They're talking about the beginning of the universe. One thinks that an entity known as God did it. And the other one thinks that it just happened. I'll go with God. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me that it just happened. I mean, I see something came out of nothing. I mean, well, nobody has an argument here, okay? Nobody has anything that they can say about it. There's no reason. That was the point of the last video. Nobody knows. Even Parmenides, probably the most intelligent man to have ever lived. If anybody wants to make that distinction on anybody else, he's read on Nature, a prome. It's a prome, not a poem, not prose. It's a prome, and it's kind of boring, but it's an example of man's first, question of known questioning of this particular topic. How did it all begin? What was before it began? It's the whole nature of existence. I've come better and closer to it than anybody else I know, and it's still not good enough. Okay, so give it a rest. Jesus. You know, then he says the universe contains, but is not equal to the observable universe. Can't get your head around that. I mean, take a pill, settle down. If you go back and listen to it, you'll hear me say the observable universe. The measure of the observable universe is 96 billion light years across, okay? That's what we know. And so this is his way of avoiding the question, see? How do you rectify the age with the distance? It doesn't match, okay? What the closest they've been able to say is, well, the universe is expanding, so that's why, it's light, kind of light slows down. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense either. I've got a better explanation for it than that. Anyway, then Atheist Citizen says, perpetual motion as historically defined indeed relies on no external power and cannot exist simply as there are no perfectly fictionless systems. Well, once again, what about the universe? Where's the universe getting its power as a complete system? Okay? They talk about the observable universe or the entire universe. How big is the entire universe supposed to be? Wise guy? I bet you you're going to have to go look up an answer for that too, aren't you? You don't know that, do you? Not off the top of your head. I do. I can tell you that. I'll talk about it in another video because it's a whole point to be made over that. And then here's Edward. Sometimes, he says, sometimes you just have to bend over for authority. They know this stuff and we don't. That's what I like to do. What I like to do is just sit back and enjoy a few dozen burgers while watching Mythbusters or Nova. Just let all that true information flow into your dilated pupils. I don't know about my dilated pupils. Speak for yourself. After about 8 hours of that, you'll be as good as new. What's as good as new? What's new? What's new? No more crazy ideas. No more critical thinking. Just acceptance. Then we can go on and hit the malls, get a few deals. They're having a sale down at the Gap, Hey, baby, give me 5. Okay, that's it for now.